Hi everyone, it's me, Breadmania. Hello, happy Saturday, coming to you live from somewhere in Brooklyn. We are not doing Celeste. I'm sorry. When I updated the stream info, I forgot to switch over from Celeste to the Homestuck category. So if you were legitimately here for Celeste, come back on Wednesday, because that's when I do that. But no, we are reading Problem Sleuth today. We are on chapter 14. We're going to do chapters 14, 15, and 16 today. Quick note before we start. So chapters 14 and 16 are two of the longest chapters in all of Problem Sleuth. In fact, I think the only chapter longer than those two is chapter 22. So we are going to have a longer than normal stream today because I want to get through chapter 16. So get yourselves comfy. If you need to grab an extra cup of coffee, feel free to do that. But I'm glad you're all here though. Steiner is, let me see if I can show you all real quick. So we got Vivi on pet cam, but Steiner is actually lurking very, very nearby. He is actually on my desk. He is loafing on my desk. I've had to like type around him because like I have to, he's in my arm space for when I need to type. So I have to like put my arm like right on him to type. And he doesn't seem to mind that at all. Hey buddy, how you doing? Also Tara's here. She's in the corner. So actually all the babies are here in the room with me, but unfortunately, until I get like any reason to purchase like 4 webcams, I will never have a reason to do that. But if I had that many webcams, I would set up each pet with their own webcam. Anyway, hi friends, happy Saturday to you. Let me say hello to everyone who came in during the pre-roll. Hello I Smile, happy Saturday. Hi Dark Sonic, hello. Hi Blue Glass. Yes, Problem Sleuth time. I hope everyone's doing well today too. Borean, hello. Hi Macatnip, hello Heterosapiens. Hello Serax. Hello, hello, hello. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Hi Baffling Bookworm. You got some soup? What kind of soup? I want to know. I love soup. Soup is delicious. So my favorite soup is good old-fashioned classic cream of tomatoes soup. Especially with a grilled cheese sandwich. Like, with the right level of crispiness and like ooey gooey cheese. And I like to like dip it into the tomato soup and eat it that way. It's the best. Literally the best. Let's see. Hi Riri Recursive, happy Saturday. Hello Seth, happy Saturday. Yep. Tie a webcam to Vivi. Yeah, I should get like a GoPro for each of my pets. So I can make pet cam like pet view cam or something like that. Homegrown zucchini with sausage. Oh, wow. That sounds like a really cool soup. So since it's homegrown zucchini, did like you make the soup or did someone make the soup from scratch or did you just get it from somewhere? That sounds, anything that has the word like homegrown thrown in there makes me think, oh, you must have made it yourself from scratch. Or somebody made it themselves from scratch. So anyway, this doesn't look like Madeline. No, it does not. I should have, so the stream info should be updated to say it's in the Homestuck category rather than the Celeste category. So, if it still doesn't, if someone could confirm for me that the category is changed on the user end, like that would be great because I don't want to have people coming here thinking that they're going to see Celeste. I don't want to mislead people. Y'all see Homestuck? Okay, perfect. Your mom made it? That's awesome, Baffling Bookworm. Sounds like your mom is a good cook. I hope we'll defeat the final boss quickly. My favorite part of this comic is the few final chapters when Problem Sleuth just goes over the normal life, doing groceries and such. That's awesome. All right, cool. Well, let's go ahead and jump into it. Oh, Steiner is stretching. Put his butt right in my face. Thanks, buddy. Oh, he's going over to pet cam now. Let me give this a slight adjustment. There we go. We got 2 cats. We got 2 cats on pet cam. How about that? This is like a rare occurrence, I think. I think we normally get both boys on cat cam, so there we go. All right, let's go ahead with chapter 14. Oh, and quick recap. So basically what happened last time is we thought we defeated Mobster Kingpin. but we didn't. Mobster Kingpin actually came back from the dead really easily because Death was actually distracted with Pickle Inspector and Ace Dick trying to win their freedom. So, so Mobster Kingpin kind of got like the easy res there, and ascended or us descended did something to acquire Demonhood. So basically, we're all fighting Demonhead Mobster Kingpin now. Meanwhile, Hysterical Dame has gone back into the city and came across this dairy truck, this cheese truck, and there's some weird mustachioed dude inside. So I don't know what that's all about. That's a new thing. And we're picking up on chapter 14 where Nervous Broad has been placed at the brothel in the sky, the Sleazy brothel, and now we're going to see what she's doing wandering around the Sleazy brothel. So anyway. yeah. Demonhead Mobster Kingpin dies in like 3 pages. The rest of the comic is buying soup cans, but it takes so long because there are too many prices and values. Oh no, not the prices and values. The prices and values indeed. Okay, chapter 14 of Problem Sleuth. You enter the Sleazy brothel. The decor seems unusual, lavish and seductive, yet festooned with gorgeous cultural wall paintings. Excuse me. Is this a bordello matron's lair, or that's ah shoot, I cannot read this. Is this a bordello matron's lair, or that of a sort of artisan? This is kind of confusing. Kind of confusing, you say. That's not a proper descriptor of Problem Sleuth. You wonder where the madame is. So let's see, we've got paint, we've got stripper, I imagine for stripping varnish and stuff like that. But of course you'd see something called stripper inside a Sleazy brothel. Next. Crash! The fan plug crashes through the ceiling. Whoa, okay. So, I do recall earlier that there was a fan that came unplugged. So I'm guessing that there is unsurprisingly, there is probably some kind of portal somewhere that goes into the Sleazy brothel. And apparently, if you were to exit the Sleazy brothel through that portal back into, like, wherever it goes, you're gonna be tiny, because that is a giant ass plug. Oh, goodness. Problem Sleuth is very straightforward and obvious, of course, yes. NB ducked out of the way of the incoming giant fan. Yes, good job, NB. NB, ride the plug like a mechanical bull. Of course. Wow, what a fucking waste of... Actually, this is a lot of fun. Oh, gosh, okay. ZAD, sample DMK's tentacle with a nice bottle of Merlot. With a nice bottle of Merlot? Oh my gosh. You dine on the sumptuous creeper with gluttonous abandon, releasing a steady flow of thick pang nectar. FPI's suggestion for a nice wine to complement the meal goes boorishly disregarded. Oh my gosh. So we have zombie Ace Dick feasting upon the tentacle, releasing pang nectar, which I'm guess is that an important substance? I'm guessing that must be a substance of some matter of import. And I do see Future Pickle Inspector there, brandishing a bottle of Merlot, but going woefully ignored. Bye, Steiner. Bye, buddy. I guess Steiner's not going to run the stream today, after all. Demonhead Mobster Kingpin looks perturbed, to say the least. His blood sugar is going up a little bit. DMK smarts from the voracious nibbling, leaving his mouths vulnerable to a sugar salvo. The candy mecha seizes the opportunity. The glum spine flagellum retreats into its thorny bramble. DMK's blood sugar elevates. Ah, so basically nibbling on the tentacle caused Demonhead Mobster Kingpin to open its mouth long enough for Candy Mecha to raise its blood sugar slightly. So very good. Oh, she went into the brothel to avoid the giant fan that landed outside. Oh, Right. Okay, so I got that completely wrong when I was talking about that earlier. I forgot that there was a giant fan that landed on the Sleazy Brothel last time. So, my bad. My bad. If you're watching the VOD of this later and you're like, Jeff, no, you completely forgot about that detail. I did. Sorry. Anyway. Space shenanigans are way more straightforward than time shenanigans, obviously. Right. Thanks for setting me straight, Riri Recursive. I appreciate that. Next. The Peng Nectar is collected by energetic worker bees. Good ol' energetic worker bees. Next. They busily set to work building an impetus comb to transmute the bitter nectar into sweet, jocose honey. Recently collected nectar is stored between the walls of the newly erected Sierpinski cells. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I am fully aware of the Sierpinski triangle. I do love that particular. Is that a fractal technically? I have to look this up. Actually, no, I don't need to look this up. I imagine it's fine. Alright. They labor under the instruction of their chief architect. Fun fact, the Triforce is kind of a Sierpinski triangle. Yay. Alright, NB. Plug fan into enormous outlet. Oh, did Automod censor the phrase Sleazy Brothel? Riri Recursive? I may have to see if I can fix that later when I get a chance. Alright, plug fan into enormous outlet. You're not sure if there is an enormous outlet around here, and anyway, you can't even lift the enormous plug. It's too heavy for a delicate flower like you, Toots. You know what? I would love to see NB just like power up and be able to lift anything. It is a fractal. Okay, Baffling Bookworm, cool. I was like 99% sure that it was, but like I said last time, despite my mathematics degree, I haven't studied fractals, so I didn't want to say like with absolute certainty that it was a fractal. I was pretty sure, but glad to know I was right. Ah, it's a Polish name, so you read Sierpinski. So it's Sierpinski with an e like in get. Oh yeah, I was pronouncing it Sierpinski, like with an I like in pin, but it's Sierpinski with an e like in get. Okay, it's good to know. I've been pronouncing it wrong all these years. You learn something new every day. And B, equip the corset. You don the aspect corset. You feel so womanly now, you can hardly breath. I'm sure that's meant to say breathe, but I'm reading it as it is. Just like an anchorman. Who put a question mark in the teleprompter? For the last time, anything in the teleprompter, Ron will read. I'm Ron Burgundy. On an unrelated note, the thing sure is tight. Also, your feet suddenly feel wet for reasons completely unfathomable to you. It appears to harbor inscrutable mystical properties. NB, add stripper container to inventory. Yes, that's true. Since NB is PI's alter ego, lifting anything heavier than a hairpin is going to be difficult. You equip the stripper. Oh, that's your weapon? That goes in your weapon slot? That's interesting. I wonder how that's going to come into play later. NB, go through I door. Private booths. In this room, 3 curtain doors of varying shapes await. This is where the performers enter. Whatever the heck that means. Am I going to hate this? Is this going to be an abomination unto our lord? Well, let's find out. HD, pursue cheese truck to Gutterpipe projects. Ah yes, back in the downtown, Hysterical Dame is chasing after the mustachioed person in the cheese truck. Alright, the cheese truck has eluded you, but you follow the map to the Gutterpipe project, which was just a few blocks away. So this switch here, I wonder where this is going to come into play. Scale valve, aspect valve. I wonder what that will do. Wonder if it has to do with, like, this valve here, or this thingy here that's pouring out water, and perhaps this thingy here. Who knows? We'll see. AH, unmute Professor B. He's been silent long enough. Oh, what is Professor B gonna have to say? It's about time, friend. Once we have completed building your impetus comb and all of its Yoko's honey has ripened and as sweet as can be, that is when the fun begins. Oh, I wonder if they're creating the Joko's honey because they're going to use that to drive Demonhead Mobster Kingpin's blood sugar up to like maximum, so he's like the most vulnerable he will ever be. Oh, B. Oh. Anyway, let's carry on. Next, Tecton Hive. We then bring it to the Tecton Hive to dispense the honey. We will place the comb in the slot available, depending on its size. The next comb we build after that will be a notch bigger. Each time we put a comb in the hive, the honey will fill your suckle receptacle, and you will get to use a comb rave, a very powerful attack. The bigger the comb, the richer the honey, and the more devastating the rave. As long as you keep providing the nectar, we'll keep building bigger and better combs until the 8th comb is complete. That will be one honey of a rave. I'm a bee. Oh, goodness. All right, next. The honey was required for the triple truffle shuffle? Ah, well, there's also that. Lazy Susan of Endowment. Oh my gosh. The Lazy Susan of Endowment. I love that they are just using a Lazy Susan for any reason. When tapping the Tecton Hive, all you have to do is rotate the Lazy Susan of Endowment to choose which suckle receptacle the honey will drop into. The corresponding character is then able to perform his or her comb rave. Each character has a unique rave and a different one for each power level, so choose wisely. Alright, so I was probably incorrect about my theory that we're just going to shove all this honey into Demonhead Mobster Kingpin's gullet. But, I mean, it's sugar, right? It's gotta, like, involve something. I don't know. Yes, suckle receptacle. What a name for a thing. Alright, HD, climb ladder and look into pipe. Curiosity gets the best of you as you decide you must sleuth this contraption. You poke your fair features into the pipe. It's dark and damp. There's the distant sound of a whirring mechanical device. Like a fan, perhaps? Mayhaps, pray tell, per se. Next. You slip and fall in. Oh no! No, hysterical dame, no! NB, enter far right room. That doesn't sound like a good idea to you. Since you are improperly shaped, it is probably impossible, or at least highly inappropriate. NB, take off all your clothes and enter the far left door. No! Absolutely not. You consider stripping before you enter, but there are no murals around to apply the stripper to. Oh my gosh. I love that he took that command and made it about like the paint stripper rather than like actually stripping. You decide to forget it and just enter the tall private booth. What else are we going to use for your suckle receptacle if not a Lazy Susan? Beats the heck out of me. I don't know. I don't know and I don't want to know. Next. There's a tall window in the booth. On the other side is your spectator, a Mannerly Highbrow. He seems to have been waiting here patiently for a while. There does not appear to be any glass in the window. On the other side, a coin-operated meter ticks down. The Highbrow has likely supplied it with a spondyluk or two for his viewing pleasure. There is a lovely mural on the wall next to you. On the wall beside you, I should say. Typical old adventure game, misunderstanding your commands, yes. We started with 1 and are now up to 8 protagonists. Okay, so I'm curious now because this is so this character has the same stature as Pickle Inspector and Nervous Broad, and also has a dapper mustache. So now I'm wondering if we're getting into a section of the webcomic where now each of the protagonists has a mustachioed counterpart. So perhaps... So I'm wondering if the mustachioed fellow we saw at the end of the previous chapter is perhaps another alter ego of Problem Sleuth? I say Problem Sleuth and not Ace Dick because I'm going to guess if Ace Dick has another persona out there, it's just going to look like Ace Dick. So, anyway. I feel like that may be what's happening here. Alright, there's a lovely mural on the wall beside you. Next. The Gutterpipe projects you through the motion picture projector, which is currently showing a burlesque flapper act in an empty theater. Okay, so the whirring mechanical device was in fact the film projector. This is increasingly bizarre. What in the heck? Okay, so she falls down that pipe and gets spat out by a film projector in what seems to be a new room altogether. So, yeah, it's Homestuck all over again. Oh gosh. However, okay, let's see. This currently is showing a burlesque flapper act in an empty theater. However, the lens is focused such that the image projects very small on the screen. It needs to be adjusted if the patrons want to get an eyeful of all those smooth alabaster gams. My goodness. Problem Sleuth Bizarre Adventure, yes. My goodness. So bizarre. AH, mute B again. Don't show pro tips. Do not ask me again about muting pro tips. Okay. Next. Sorry, Professor B. We'll be seeing you at some other point. Meanwhile, back at the battle, it looks like DMK's blood sugar is gradually decreasing through some sort of diabolical regenerative ability. Son of a bitch! Oh no. Perhaps insulin? AS, aggress! You clearly have no time to lose. You order Team Sleuth to stop mincing around with bees and wine and shit, and get busy aggressing his thorny ass. Except you realize you don't actually have any weapons. You use them all to unlock his armor. And all PI has is that stupid, useless sextant. This is sort of embarrassing. DMK is not wasting any more time either. He's powering up for a major assault. Oh no. Oh dear god. DMK, combat operandi, Cinder a blockalypse. Cinder a blockalypse. Oh my gosh. Oh geez. Holy cow. So he still has the cinder blocks going, and he seems to be throwing them through the portholes at like warp speed now, and I am very frightened for our heroes here. Oh god, what is going on? What? So that thing just like kept ascending into the sky and started rotating, and now, oh geez. Oh, so it's like, kind of turned 90 degrees, and now it's like shooting a blast like down at the ship. Oh god. That does not seem good at all in any way, shape, or form. Oh geez. Okay, so they've taken major damage, as we can see by their treacle aegises, but they're still standing. So thank goodness they're all wearing that armor, because they probably would have been wiped out otherwise. Next. Frijole Aegis. Fiesta Ace loses a couple of beans from his Frijole Aegis. He's got about 1 million more, making him practically indestructible. Nevertheless, he prefers to distance himself from the needlessly ethnic defensive modality. Oh, goodness. Auto parry! Zombie Ace simply auto parries the attack, maturing a new parry craft. Bruised fruit, half price. How much more damage is Zombie Ace going to take? I wonder. The candy mecha has been destroyed? No! Oh dear god, we needed that candy mecha. That was like our only source of blood sugar that I could tell at this point. Or at least our best hope for blood sugar. DMK, level 10 Thorncoddle apeshit Bramblefuck. What? Once again, MSPA is a pioneer for new vocabulary. Today, I learned the word bramblefuck. It is certainly a word that has been written down and displayed on a screen and uttered aloud by people, by actual humans. Before you have a chance to do anything, DMK uncorks another doozy of an attack. Shameless flagello wiggle about, molesting everything in sight. No, molesting everything in sight, for the love of God. Next. Oh, geez. Everyone's health is, like, dangerously low. Your treacle agencies have already been depleted to a near critical level. Who'd have thought the final boss would be such a pain in the ass? Who would have guessed? Not I, that's for sure. This is not ZAD's day. No, it is certainly not. Best name for anything ever. NB, use stripper on mural. The man has levied good money to watch you strip, and you're not one to disappoint. I love the way they're using strip in this context. I'm actually delighted by this. It's getting a little steamy in here. Oh, the highbrow's monocle fogs up. NB, splash a little on wall. Oh my god. Next. The highbrow is quite pleased. HD, enter mouse hole given your small height attribute. Oh, there's a mouse hole right there. I didn't notice that last time. This seems like the only feasible exit, all dimensional parameters considered. So, I wonder if changing the size of this picture will also, like, what that will affect. If it's possible to change the size of the movie picture. We'll see, I guess. We'll see. NB, strip rest of mural. You're prepared to douse the entire wall with the stripper. Next. You incinerate the painting with the flamethrower. I don't know if I'm gonna get tired of the running gag of, like, there is clearly one thing that's an object, and then suddenly, bam, it's a weapon. Oh my gosh. The flamethrower! Spaceballs the flamethrower! Oh goodness. Fire! You're on fire! Next. Jolly good show. Next. The coin-operated timer runs out. The peep show is over. The Mannerly Highbrow having received his money's worth. The tall window switches to a different view. Yeah, I had a feeling, Blue Glass, that it was about to turn into something, but I had no idea what it was gonna be. And it was a flamethrower, and I am delighted. Because flamethrowers are kind of cool and badass. HD, go in. You enter the studio of Madame Murel, the brothel's matron/artisan. Ah, so this is our first time seeing Mobster Kingpin's female alter ego. Interesting. So I wonder if that also means Mobster Kingpin has like a mustachioed alter ego running around somewhere too. We will see. Oh, we did see her business card ages ago. That's true. That's true. We do. I forgot about that. So that's kind of a throwaway thing to me, like in my mind. Didn't remember that, but yes, that's right. We did get her business card a while ago. All right. Above is an outlet, which might be useful for plugging something into, as long as the plug is the right size and the outlet is supplied with power. As long as it fits all of those conditions, it'll be perfectly fine to plug something in. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So we got Hysterical Dame down here. Then I don't know what these things are over here. Maybe they're just dolls? I don't know. Anyway, HD, climb ladder, equip corset. The Madame doesn't seem to have noticed you, so you climb the ladder. You don the scale bodies. You've never felt so shapely. The whores compliment you on your glamorous new look. Oh, so they're just side characters there. AS, use delegation skills to call 4 nations to your aid. Oh, so we're trying to call all the 4 nations to help us fight Demonhead Mobster Kingpin. DMK is powering up for yet another devastating attack, ostensibly his finishing move. Thinking fast, you commune with the four kingdoms from afar. In the meantime, you order Skipper Inspector to put some of that nautical prowess to work with some evasive maneuvers. Time to use nautical prowess, Skipper Inspector. The kingdoms assemble four of their mightiest heroes to come to your aid. A weasel warrior, the elf mage, the hog cleric, and the clown bard. Clown bard just sounds like a delightful, delightful character. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the Weasel Nation attacked. Clown bard. Oh my god, clown bard. This is basically Gamzee, isn't it? Gamzee was a clown bard. Yes, that's right. Yeah, that took me a moment. Like, clown bard, you say? So this is the precursor to Gamzee. Isn't clown bard a bit redundant? Maybe, who's to say? Let's see. Together, they prepare the harrowing climb up their side of the Cathedral of Syndetic Ascension. But the clown bard is not able to go into that building. It's not his fault. He's barred from entry. I'll keep reading. PI, make a universe do a barrel roll. Do a barrel roll. Try a somersault. Use bombs wisely. The skipper puts a mean spin on the ship's wheel. Next. The others grab onto the ship's netting for stability. DMK's attack is interrupted. He's going to be sick. Oh dear. Oh my. Next. Oh, gross. DMK pukes a deluge of pie filling. The deck is a gooey mess. It's disgusting. Ugh, gross. On the other hand, at least it's pie filling and not, like, actual vomit, maybe? I don't know how this works. DMK, battle technique, vexatious glower. DMK goes ahead and deals an attack anyway. The volatile pie filling has been ignited. Oh my gosh, holy cow. So he has the ability to, like, throw up and then set his vomit on fire. It's like napalm. So his pie-filling vomit is really just napalm. He vomits napalm, and then he can use it against his enemies. As you do. I think PI just made this attack worse, just a bit. Yeah, everything is on fire now. Next. Oh no. Oh gosh. Your treacle agencies have been reduced to 0. Your candy armor disintegrates. Well, that's less than ideal. That is not at all great, and not at all what any of us wanted to have happen to our heroes. My god. NB, go through tall window. You exit the rear cabin of the bread truck. Ah. So we have a cheese truck and a bread truck, and I imagine there'll be some other truck, because there's probably going to be some kind of A-stick character in a truck. Anyway. The distortion forces of the oddly shaped portal squeeze your dimensions to be even taller and narrower. This simply won't do. You're already self-conscious about your gangly frame. NB, loosen drawstrings on corset. You slacken the strings on the aspect corset, which was way too tight anyway. Your aspect ratio shortens and widens back to normalcy. Oh, so that's why it's called aspect corset, because it adjusts your aspect ratio. Okay. That makes sense. Let's see. Because apparently it's flammable pie filling. Yes, like it's napalm pie. How could pie filling be so flammable? It's not Barbasol. Barbasol. Oh, that's right. Barbasol is another thing that happens in Homestuck. I forgot about that. That's true. All right, NB. Okay, nothing to do out here. Go back in. You re-enter the tall window. Your aspect has been altered again, this time in reverse. HD, thank whores for compliment. It seems the whores have fled in fright. Yes, okay, so let's go back for a sec. So now NB's aspect ratio makes her look like the same shape and size as HD. Shaving cream pies. It's all connected. Maybe it's a barbasol pie. Who's to say? Anyway, it seems the horrors have fled in fright. So it's interesting because now I'm noticing that with the portal that NB just went back and forth through. So up until this point, they've been playing with like people like resizing when they go through portals, but like aspect ratio was never a thing I considered. Like you can go through a portal and like shrink down to another size, but like your aspect ratio is maintained. Now we're introducing like not only do you change size, you change aspect ratio. So it's like, let's make this even messier, shall we? Let's make this even more complicated. Hey, teleplayer, hello, happy Saturday. Good afternoon to you too. We're in the middle of chapter 14 of Problem Sleuth, and we are finding new ways to bend reality. Just when you thought we came up with all of them, there's more. I'm gonna pet this cat. Look at the Vivi. Oh, Vivi just rolled over so I could like rub his tummy. Vivi needs me to rub his tummy. Hold on. Rub the tum. Rub the tum. All right. Next. Madame Mural flicks you through the scale bonus. Wait, flicks you through the scale bonus? What? What's going on? You are flushed out of the scale valve with new dimensions. Wah. Intermission. Pet the cat. Yes, it's not a bad intermission at all. FPI. Conjure frosting to extinguish flames. So hold on a second. How did... So you just get like flicked through the scale bonus? Like she just like... Madame Mural just like flicked HD on the head and HD just like... poofed through the scale bonus and got like kicked out of the scale valve? Huh. This is so complicated. My brain is breaking over and over and over again. Yes, shenanigans, McCatnip. You're absolutely right about that. FBI, conjure frosting to extinguish flames. You counter the flammable pie filling with your own blend of soothing, flame-retardant cake frosting. Ah, yes. Cake frosting cancels out pie filling. Next. The flames have been extinguished. Oh my gosh, is that funfetti frosting? Like, I love funfetti frosting. It's like the most fun frosting to eat, I think. The scale bonus is a portal to a whole new world, if you know what I mean. I don't. Next. You're happy you're not on fire and all, but you wonder why the hell Future Pickle Inspector is suddenly blue. Oh, that's true. He was like red before, wasn't he? He was definitely a different color before. Next. Wait, what? There's two of them? When did that happen? Future Pickle Inspector is wondering the same thing. It seems at some point in the future, FPI, the red one, used combat operandi temporal replica simile, again dividing him in two. One of them went into the past to become Past Future Pickle Inspector. Oh God, what? Past Future Pickle Inspector. PFPI, the blue one. That past moment is apparently now. The other one went even further into the future to become Future Pickle Inspector. What? Why? Why is this happening? Why are there so many Future Pickle Inspectors? Why? Oh, for the love of God. How often is this going to keep happening? Pickle Inspector is basically a Dave that changes colors. Oh, goodness. I don't understand. This is breaking me. Better get used to it? Oh, why, heterosapiens? Why? Why? Look at this cat. I'm just gonna pet this cat while my brain is breaking. Anyway, let's finish reading this page. Oh, let's see. The other one went even further into the future to become Future Pickle Inspector, a color yet to present itself. FPI thanks PFPI for clarifying and asks him politely to go sit over there for the remainder of the battle to avoid confusion. Wonderful. Next. Death slides out a chair, inviting you to a friendly game of trouble. You're not sure, but you think those might be sugar cubes in the Pop-O-Matic bubble. Sugar cubes, you say? I wonder if that will come in handy at all. Dave was also the third character introduced and goes on to make several differently colored suits. Coincidence? Yeah, probably. Or is it? I don't know. That did rhyme, Ignatus. Also, hi, Ignatus. Happy Saturday. Hello to everyone who is here and chatting and lurking. I love you all. DMK. Demote. DMK depresses your Pop-O-Matic hats, stripping you of your seafaring status before you can wield any more of that devastating nautical prowess. Your nautical prowess plummets by a factor of 10. Oh no, we didn't even get a chance. Oh no, actually no, Pickle Inspector did use nautical prowess, and it just made things worse, actually, so... Alright, P.S. With hard-boiled voice, say you're just getting started. Okay, I love this animation here. You're through letting the ornery mob boss have his way with you. It's time to bring out the heavy firepower. Is it time to bring the noise with sepulchritude? Is it that time yet? Why does being stripped of seafaring status involve flipping hats? I don't know, Cello Player. That's just the law. That is the law of the ocean. And we're in the sky, which is the ocean of space. Yes. We're in the ocean of space. And we have to follow the laws of the ocean. The hats were not flipped, they were popped. Pop-O-Matic hats. Bad Apple parody in my Homestuck? Yes. HD, turn crank on scale valve. The flow amplifies. Okay, so I'm guessing that HD will be able to, like, biggin herself back up by kind of going through the same process again and then just getting spat out through a bigger valve. Maybe. Hey, Spicy Pickle, happy Saturday! Never apologize for being late, because everyone has their own lives and doing their own thing, and people are coming and going. It's very transient nature here, so you're good. Happy Saturday, it's good to see you, friend. Alright. Let's see. Next. The scale bonus loosens it fit. Ooh. Well, that's cool. So adjusting the scale valve also adjusts the scale bonus as well. That's totally okay, Cello Player. That is totally fine, Spicy Pickle. People are free to come here and be active or not be active. Totally awesome. I'm just glad y'all are here. HD, turn crank on upper valve. Let's see. Ah, okay, so she's also adjusting this valve as well, because if she were to like jump through like the way it currently is, it would affect her size even more. So you tighten the aperture. Got it. So she's really thinking this through. Terror Army. Yes. Next. The burlesque motion picture magnifies. Ah, there we go. I was wondering about that earlier. HD, jump down onto valve lever. Not content messing around with this gizmo just yet, you make one more adjustment. You set the layer to aspect valve. Oh, hold on a sec. There's someone like halfway through this valve, apparently? NB, go get plug and bring it through window. Oh, hold on. So, actually, this is probably NB, isn't it? Because NB is the one wearing the aspect corset. So I'm guessing that's NB. It's a mystery. Alright, so let's see. Go get plug and bring it through window. Though you're a little stouter, you're still not strong enough to lift it. NB, loosen drawstrings again. You become more horizontally generous. You're not totally sure how you feel about being so busty all of a sudden. NB, lift plug. You lift the plug easily. Ooh, I was saying like, I was just saying like earlier, like about half an hour ago, I'd be like, I would love for NB to be able to find somebody to lift the plug, and she did! And she's able to lift the plug now. I'm so happy. I'm actually really happy about this. Yay! Alright. P.S. Summon Weasel King. The gloves are off. It's finally time to call on His Majesty's services. You expend the required elf tears and weasel snot. Oh, that's right. We got those a while ago. And now, the pieces of the puzzle are falling into place. Puzzles indeed, recursive. Behold the Weasel King. Next. The feisty monarch flips the fuck out in DMK's face. DMK takes heavy damage. But he still has like a lot of life left. Next. The Weasel King flips the fuck out back into his realm. Well, at least we did a chunk of damage to DMK, but there's still a ways to go. Pretty good timing on the music. Nice. But it looks like DMK has gradual health regenerative capabilities too. Oh man, so DMK basically has like auto regen. That's not cool. That's incredibly frustrating. You throw down your hat in disgust. You're going to need to dump as many powerful attacks into him as you can very quickly, as well as keep finding ways to raise his blood sugar. Not gonna lie, like, I almost kind of wish this was like a real game where you could actually, would have to fight a boss like this and like have to come up with like a really complex strategy for winning and then like actually needing to like pull it off too. It's actually kind of making me think of some of the boss fights in Final Fantasy VII Remake, because those boss fights are like actually really challenging and I really enjoy them, but you have to like also figure out how to pull them off. So DMK would be a totally ridiculous super boss, Blue Glass. Totally would be. And summoning the Weasel King was a technique he gained after the very first fight. Yeah, that was a while back. I remember, I think I remember like reading that part where he got the ability to summon the Weasel King, and I'm like, what? Weasel King? What? Elf tears? What? And I've been going what at everything ever since. But I'm now at the point in Problem Sleuth where I'm like, oh yeah, summoning the Weasel King with elf tears and weasel snot. I remember that. That makes perfect sense at this point. So FTL requires similar kinds of strategies. Problem Sleuth point and click would be an instant purchase for me. Yeah, actually it might be for me too, recursive. I actually would kind of be interested in a Problem Sleuth point and click game. Maybe they should get on that. Should call Andrew Hussey and be like, hey, make a Problem Sleuth game. Anyway. Alright, MB, run plug through corset, into pipe, and out projector. Alright, sorry, but the power of the corsets only applies to sexy female figures. You'll have to get the plug to blah 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 blah. You'll have to get the plug to the pipe another way. Nice try, though. Because of course the Weasel King is drawn by the tears of his enemies and the mucus of his brethren. Yes, it all makes perfect sense. Yes. And now the Weasel King stuff all makes sense, as it should. Indeed, recursive. NB, go through right door. Oh, that's right. NB can go through that door now. Given your proportions, it now seems appropriate to go through the short, wide door. A Churlish Toff is waiting patiently for his performance. It seems he is quite particular regarding the type of performer he has come to expect in his peeping habits. Okay, so I was wrong about the mustachioed version of Ace Dick being the same Ace Dick. We actually did get a legitimately different character this time. Churlish Toff. He wants a truffle shuffle. Oh dear. Next. The Toff is irked by the class of talent his Spondylix have paid for. He's a little perplexed by the giant plug, too, and can't imagine what kind of sordid spectacle the accessory will facilitate. He punches the coin return button beneath the slot. You truly need to point and click to get to the next page. That is true. You do have to point and click. On next, for example. The wide window switches to another view. NB, go through wide window. Oh geez, we got smooshed by the aspect ratio again. Oh, a ham truck. Ah, so I was right about my theory that there would be a truck for A-Stick, and it is the ham truck. You exit the rear cabin of the ham truck, squashing your proportions even more. The look strikes you as unbecoming. Furthermore, the plug's proportions have been squashed too. Even if you did manage to shrink it down somehow, there would be no way it could fit into a normal outlet. Weird puzzle shit can be really frustrating sometimes. Yes. Weird puzzle shit. That's essentially the synopsis of Problem Sleuth. Weird puzzle shit. Pretty much. NB, go back in. Go through left door again. You head back to the familiar comfort of the tall window. NB, go through tall window. You become elongated by a notch. You are no longer quite as strong. Your noodly arms begin to buckle beneath the big plug, which is also predictably elongated. Gosh, how many times are we going to keep distorting this plug until we get it right? HD, turn crank on aspect valve. You give the crank a good hard whirl, elongating the valve. I'm guessing the mustachioed guy we saw in the back of a truck that HD followed to the pipeline was a patron of the brothel. Yes, that is also probably true, and I believe that mustachioed guy, like I said earlier, is probably a Problem Sleuth alter ego, I'm guessing. So, we will see. Next. The aspect corset tightens, seemingly by itself. This is quite alarming. Oh no, are you going to be able to hold the plug now? Next. In this state, you are not even close to being strong enough to support the plug. It pushes you through your corset. Push. Pew! Splash! You are flushed out the aspect valve. Holy cow, she, like, HD has been, not HD, NB has been stretched like Mike TV from Willy Wonka style. Like, holy cow. P.S. Put skylight through small window. Surveying what you have in your inventory to put to use, you remember one of the aces has the small window, and you have the skylight with the battery pack. The windows become knotted in each other to the extent your strength will allow. You will need to find a way to supply a lot more pressure to achieve the undesirable reaction. Oh my gosh. Oh, so is Problem Sleuth trying to just, like, create a thing that'll just, like, explode and, like, break reality the same way that Pickle Inspector inadvertently did? In order to, like, defeat Demonhead Mobster Kingpin. I wonder if he's gonna try just, like, blow that thing up in Demonhead Mobster Kingpin's face. So that could work, it's not a bad idea. FPI, conjure Jawbreaker Bomb. You wrap a hard candy shell around the windows to create the Jawbreaker Skylight Bomb. Only the most powerful jaws will penetrate the shell. Oh my gosh. So basically, we've created just like a reality explosion bomb. Lob into DMK's mouth. Fiesta Ace stomps the tender flagella while you hurl the potent orb. Next. Stunned, DMK chomps down hard. Oh my gosh, there's Honeybee Professor again. Looking forlorn because we're breaking the laws of reality. Jawbreaker in two ways, yes. Oh my goodness, yes. Quite right. Next. Did it work? DMK's blood sugar skyrockets while taking insane damage all in one shot. You are splashed by a ridiculous quantity of pang nectar. Worker bees soon arrive to carry it away. Alright, so it didn't totally destroy him, but it sure did a heck of a lot of damage. Like, the Weasel King only did, like, a fraction of damage, but that bomb, like, did 2 or 3 times or more damage, so... That tells you, like, A, how strong that bomb was, and B, how strong DMK is. My goodness. A reality explosion bomb coated in sugar, yes! A reality explosion bomb coated in sugar. As you do. NB plus HD. Go down projector pipe. Both of you are easily small/narrow enough to fit into the small aperture. Oh, McCatnip, you heartless monster. Nepet ant. Diabetes grenade? Yeah, kind of like that. A diabetes grenade. All right, next. You are projected into the room at normal scale. Oh, so does going through the scale thing just automatically rescale you even if your aspect ratio is off? I guess that's what happens. NB and HD. Go downstairs through I door. Whoa, so this kicks you back out to the private booth room. Oh, but from the other side, I think, maybe? Oh yeah, this is flipped. So this is the other side of the private booth room. These are the customer entrances for the private booths. Ah, yes, I just needed to read that. All of these doors are locked, occupied by various distinguished gentlemen. You know what I think I just noticed too, everyone? I'm looking at the ceiling, and these look like pictures of the corresponding trucks, I think. Like, this looks like it might be an image of the ham truck, and this is, I think, the bread truck, and then this is, I think, the... No, this is the cheese truck, and then this is the bread truck. Interesting. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, I think you're right, folks. MB's aspect ratio does still look kind of off now that you mention it, so... It's like, I think, better, but not totally back yet. Anyway, there are switches on the ceiling. Only someone with extraordinary tallness, with an extraordinary tallness attribute can operate them. Well, we seem to have someone who fits that bill. Oh, did I finish reading the first part here? I don't know if I did. These are the customer entrances for the private booths. All of these doors are locked, occupied by various distinguished gentlemen. All right, MB, examine middle switch. There's something odd about this switch. It is the only one of the three switched to rear instead of front. Interesting. All right, Spicy Pickle, thanks for hanging out with us. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye, bye, bye. All right, next. Cutscene. Yes. Meanwhile, in the middle booth, a Dapper Swain enjoys the view from his window. The road rushes away from him, producing the very convincing illusion that he is riding in the back of some sort of vehicle. He is having the time of his life. Oh, so this person is called Dapper Swain. Okay, I have to remember all these character all these new character names. But so the Dapper Swain is like not actually there for like the peep show. Dapper Swain is actually there just for like the visual of riding in a truck. NB, flip switch. You flip it to front. The Swain's view is switched to a small, dark interior filled with crates of what appears to be cheese. At the end of the cabin is a small door marked driver's hatch. The Swain finds this development most unwelcome. Swain, insert coins into coin slot. Swain seems perturbed. Growing impatient, the Swain levies a few copper spondylix to pay for a better show. The view in the window switches. He sits back and waits for his entertainment to begin. NB, go back and put on your corset. Those Pac-Man cheese boxes, though. Oh, wait, hold on a sec. Oh, yeah, like these, they're wedges of cheese, like in the shape of Pac-Man. That's true. As you do with cheese. Or perhaps the cheese is not shaped like Pac-Man. Perhaps it is Pac-Man, who is shaped like cheese. Oh, thank you, Baffling Bookworm. I have not had nearly enough water today. I've had too much coffee this morning and not enough water. And Serax, thank you. Oh my god. Ah, 8. Oh my gosh. Y'all are spamming the hydrant. All right. Oh, there's another one from Serac. It's our weekly game of Drown the Streamer. Oh, thank you. I needed that. Guys, don't drown Jeff. Which came first, the Pac-Man or the cheese? Will we ever know? Probably not. The information is lost to history. Pac-Man is just cheese. Cheese that eats. The cow did. All right, NB, go back and put on your corset. Your work in there is clearly done, so you leave. You put on your aspect corset and nudge your proportions back down to normal. HD, enter MM Studio. Does that mean the moon is a giant Pac-Man? I'm not saying it is, but I'm also not saying it's not. So yes. In Putin's Russia, cheese eats you. Oh my goodness. The madam is enraged to see you have returned. She thinks as long as you're so intent on being here, she might as well put you to work. Next. She equips you with the scale bonus, shoves you through the lobby door, and locks it behind you. It's high time you get some mileage out of those gams and earn your keep around here, dollface. P.S. Gambit Schema, Candy Corn Vampire. Oh my gosh, are we finally pulling the candy corn out? Spooky Gambit ethers envelop you. You feel a powerful transformation taking place. But wait. Schema Pumpkin? It seems you have not carved a Schema Pumpkin, and thus cannot employ your Gambit schemas. In fact, you don't think you have a Schema Pumpkin. You are quite sure there are no Schema Pumpkins lying around, and probably never will be. Of course. Of course, why didn't we think of this before? No, it's hundreds of Pac-Mans that turned blue after death, crushed into one giant graveyard ball by gravity, and forced to revolve around the earth looking for those darn dots even after death. Oh my gosh. What Schema Pumpkin? I don't know. Oh goodness. Check progress on Tecton Hive. And that's the end of chapter 14, friends. How about that? We got through that in an hour. It's actually not too bad for how long that was. That was 108 pages. That's the longest chapter we've read so far, I think. Yes, it is. So here's what we're going to do, everyone. I am going to actually take a break for a few minutes because I actually have some food waiting for me. I need to like shove it into my face hole because I have not eaten very much yet today. So I'm gonna chow down real quick. Hopefully be back in like a few minutes, and then we will continue with chapter 15, which will be pretty short. And then we'll go on to chapter 16 and try to get that finished today as well. So feel free to hang out. If you're not already following me, if you're new to the stream, feel free to mash that follow button in the face, and that would be awesome. And hang tight, folks. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.